We have just made it to the world famous Alaska Highway. Are you ready to be awake? I don't know if your mom's ready to be awake, but I guess we're awake. Yeah, you are kind of raring to go. You feel good this morning, huh? Yeah. Oh, goodness. You're a good boy. Hey, bud. You are ready to go. Give me a second to get out. That's a crazy amount of fog over the lake. You can barely tell that that's a lake happening. It's very pretty. It's a beaver cruising through the water. Why are you coming this way? Don't come this way, buddy. There's a ridiculous dog who hasn't noticed that you exist yet. I have been drinking my backpacking coffees, and I wanted some real coffee, so I got some real coffee at the store. We're gonna finally have some real coffee this morning. You have to be a little bit careful with these. You can see that I melted mine at one point. They're not really made to be used on camp stoves. Have I actually said good morning yet? I don't think I have. Good morning, everybody. I'm Katie. That's Fluffy Dog. This is my Jeep, and we are on a massive, amazing road trip. Welcome along for the ride. In addition to good coffee, I also got these amazing looking pastries. And while my coffee is cooling off a little bit, let me show you guys where we are on the map. All right, here's British Columbia and part of Alberta, and we are in Alberta right now. We are just a little bit west of Grand Prairie, camped on this lovely lake, and we are headed that way. And to head that way, we need a new map. Oh, and it's upside down. That way it'd be easier to read if it's right side up. We have Alaska, the Yukon, the Northwest Territories, British Columbia, and Alberta. And we are kind of right there in Alberta, and we'll be passing back into British Columbia today. I don't know how far we're gonna get. We're just gonna go. But I'm really excited because our first stop is gonna be Dawson Creek, which is a very small town that is kind of famous for being mile 0 of the Alaska Highway. And I'm excited. Are you ready to go in the car? Oh wait, we forgot your pills. You need your pills. For those that are just joining us, Fluffy Dog is an old dog and he's having back issues right now. So he needs his pain medication. He doesn't like taking medication. So he's over the hot dog trick. He is over lunch meat. So these are gonna be shoved down his throat. Fortunately, he tolerates that very well. You gonna take your pill? Yeah. Good boy. And your cookie. You get the cookie. Oh, you don't want that one. How about that one? Oh, you spit one out. You almost got away with that too. Well, most of the time it's easy to peel Fluffy. Well, it's easy. It's just if I don't get it quite far back enough, and then it's coming right back out. He has his pills in him now, and now it's time to load up and head down the road. There you go. There you go. We are all loaded up, and I think we're ready to hit the road. Aurora har. We are driving through the town of Coop. That's how it's pronounced. Not 100% certain of that. Just looks like a little prairie town. And I think that's it. I think that's the whole town. There's some more on the outskirts, but it's not a very big town. Okay, and right after Coop, we are rolling into Dawson Creek. Another just city on the plains or the high prairie. I was thinking Dawson Creek would be a much smaller town than this, but they've got like car dealerships and Walmart and all the things. And yeah, I thought it was going to be a teeny town. I was incorrect in what I was assuming. We have just made it to the world famous Alaska Highway. This is awesome. I am just stoked to be here. That way to Alaska, y'all. See if I recognize any of these stickers. Okay, I didn't look at them all, but I don't recognize a single one. And I watch a lot of YouTube overlanding videos, and I don't see any of the big names on there. Wish I had a sticker. I've got to make some stickers. Are you excited that we made it to the Alaska Highway? You're like, I'm just in the car. Just in the car. It's good. Okay, went to the visitor center and got my sticker. You gotta have a sticker. The Alaska Highway is 1,523 miles, and it was built in 1942 and apparently cost $140 million. And it goes from here in Dawson Creek to Fairbanks, Alaska. We won't be driving quite the whole thing because I'm not aiming for Fairbanks. We're gonna turn southwest at a city called Tok, but we're gonna drive most of it. So buckle up, man. Aurora har. So this is the little downtown of Dawson Creek, and coming up is the official mile marker. Yay. It's a little noisy here, but there's a neat little bridge and a stream. Just pretty, just random rest stop in British Columbia. We are coming down this really big hill into a river valley and into Taylor, British Columbia. I don't know anything about Taylor. And with almost nothing in between, we are arriving in Fort St. John. Look at those clouds ahead. Pretty impressive cumulus clouds. I don't know my clouds. And it looks like Fort St. John is just a town. And we should find someplace here to get gasoline. It definitely looks like they have all the things in Fort St. John. And apparently it's the oldest European established city in British Columbia. Established in the late 1700s. Like, they're very serious about having street lights on this street. Like, they are not spaced out very far, and there's a lot of them. That is my random observation about Fort St. John. I suspect we have many, many miles of these deciduous, mostly aspen forests ahead of us. Many miles. And now we're driving through an area where there was obviously a huge forest fire in the not too distant past, based on not that much regrowth. It's been going on for a while. Like, I've been driving for a while past this forest fire. It was big. The forest just keeps going and going and going. You can definitely see why logging is a major industry in Canada. They got a lot of trees, man. And the terrain is, at least here, is kind of gently rolling. So it would be a lot easier to log here than in like more mountainous areas. I mean, they do log those too, but I suspect this would be a little bit of an easier job than the really steep places. And there's a lot of it. A lot. And that is some pretty serious weather ahead of us. I hope we make it through it and aren't stuck in it when we get to camp. But whatever will be, will be. We have made it to the small town of Wanowan? Begins with a W and has another W. Looks like a pretty small town. And the rain's back. It's been kind of off and on all day. This is a pretty good patch of rain. I think that's the Northern Rockies way out there. If you're wondering at this point if I'm really going to show you miles and miles and miles of just forest on either side of the highway, yep. I would have liked to have seen that prior to driving this. I mean, not that I didn't know that probably existed, but it gives you just a little more information for preparation. Everybody just skips over the part that there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles, if not thousands of miles, where there's nothing. The character of the terrain has changed, and now we're in like this really broad valley, and the trees are almost all conifers. I don't know exactly what kind they are, but they're definitely the kind that I associate with colder areas. And it definitely feels like it's colder out there. We have reached dirt. Gravel. Let's see if this road is in good condition. I think it should be. I see tire tracks recently. This is a logging and or oil and gas road. This is my third time at this intersection. Let's see if I chose correctly this time, because the first two times I did not. This is truly in the middle of nowhere. I'm following a pin on iOverlander to a potential camp spot. And I've been going for a while down this gravel road, and I hope it's good at the end. It's definitely a road that has some condition issues. A two-wheel drive would not make it back here, or lower clearance would not make it back here. This campsite will do. Oh, let me find the flattest spot. Well, that's pretty flat. Will that do? I think that'll do. I'm gonna set up the canopy because I think the chances of rain are pretty good. Are you all exhausted now? Because you got more drugs? Yeah. That's a flattened fluff. Camp is all set up and it's spitting rain and it's super cloudy and I've heard some thunder and lightning and Starlink won't boot up and my Garmin is not sending a message, which is probably due to the clouds. But you know, maybe World War III is happening out there and I'm just here in the woods blissfully ignorant. Then I'm happy to be here. I think we're gonna make a pretty simple dinner. Just heat up some soup and have some sourdough with my soup. Voila. Easy chicken soup. Kinda wish I had like a beef vegetable soup, like something chunky and hearty, but chicken soup is what I've got. I don't know if that's visible in the camera, but there's some light but quite steady rain coming down. Good choice for sitting out in the woods waiting to see if the world has ended or not. It started raining pretty good and now it's stopped, but I threw Fluffy in the Jeep because he was just sitting out there in the pouring rain and wouldn't come under the shelter area. So we're in the Jeep now and that's it. I'm gonna say goodnight to you guys and hopefully you guys enjoyed coming along with us today. If you did like this video, hit the subscribe button and you can see our future adventures, including hiking to a waterfall tomorrow. We'll see you down the road.